You don't have money for a bunch of games to show off to your friends, so that's why I'm showing you 20 free games that you didn't know about. None of these games are going to win a graphics award. These games can be found in the browser section of your MetaQuest, so they're actually online games. Some of them are demos, some of them are full games. There's everything from fitness games in here to murder mysteries. So head on over to your browser with me in your MetaQuest headset, and let's check out the first game, Fit and Punch VR. Fit and Punch VR is very simple looking. It's just got these little 2D sprites in the background, kind of look like Mii characters from the Wii, but it's actually pretty good. It's a very simple punch and hit rhythm game, and I really believe that if you play this for probably 20 minutes a day, you're probably going to lose weight in that first month. I did it for about 5 minutes, and as somebody who exercises every day, I was pretty worn out and tired. Number 2, Boulder World. I kind of liked Boulder World. It's a simple climbing game. There are better climbing games out there, but this being totally free can give you just a little bit of a taste to find out if this is even the sort of thing that you like. It's got different gloves and watches and bells that you can earn and purchase by playing through the different courses, and it remembers your progress, so when you come back, you'll have what you got before. Number 3, Brushwork VR Paint. This game recreates the artist palette in VR for free, and they actually do a pretty good job of it. I was really surprised when I started mixing colors and they were actually mixing properly. You can change the background if you want to. It saves your paintings. And like a lot of these games, you can purchase the full version if you try it out and discover it's actually pretty fun. Number 4, Make It Rain. I don't even know why I'm including this, kind of because I just think it's hilarious that somebody went through the time to actually make this. All you do is on your left hand, you pull the trigger and money shoots out. And that's it. You just shoot money out. If you want to, you can draw something silly on the floor, but for the most part, that's all this does. It's just something to show a friend and, laugh together for a minute. Pretend like you're rich, even though obviously you're not, because you're looking at a video for 20 free games. So even though this one isn't that great, I could see you checking it out first. Number 5, a classic, Flappy Bird. It's really, really hard, but it's kind of boring in a way, too. This isn't quite like the original Flappy Bird where it seems like it's impossible. You kind of get to where you can make it around, but the point is to see how many times you can go around. It's like this big circle, and you keep trying to go through. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you get to where you can kind of go around once, you're kind of done with it. But either way, it's fun to show a friend, hey, look what you can play on my headset. The worst, most addicting game ever. Number 6, Cadenza, a standard music rhythm game, and I hate those kind of games. So I really don't have much to say about this other than the fact that you can do classical songs like Beethoven, and I think Bach is in there. But it was a little bit irritating to me. Maybe this is the kind of thing that happens in these games, but if you hit your hand in the wrong spot, it made the strangest electronic noise. I don't know, maybe you guys will like it. Personally, it's not for me, but I must include everything, even if it's not my favorite. Number 7, I did like this game, Barista Express. It gets harder and harder as it goes on, but basically the idea is customers come in, and you serve them. And the design of the customers is great. They're just like little paper figures that pop in there. And at first, they're just ordering a lot of espressos, and it's the same people over and over, so they're getting pretty hopped up. But as they continue to come in, they have different orders and more complicated orders. And I found myself playing that one for quite a while and having to make myself stop because it was oddly addicting, even though I wasn't the one drinking the espressos. Number 8, Above Paradowski Mini Golf. This game is great for kids, especially if you have a mini game that you don't want them messing up your stats on. Above Paradowski Mini Golf seems to only have one course, and it's not really a normal course. The first course starts off normal, I think it's a par 3, and then as you get to the end, you're like on a par 11. I don't have any idea, but the design is really cool. It's got like this Arizona, Roswell kind of vibe. There's dinosaurs and different things. Really something cool to just kind of put on a kid's head and let them, have fun and play around. And I have definitely played golf games with worse physical mechanics than this one has. It's actually pretty decent. And the hole is really big. Like I said, great game for kids. Number 9, Ski Fit 365. This might have been designed to be a fit type game, but honestly, it's a little weird. I think some of you people that like ski type stuff will enjoy just trying it out, but me, I couldn't get things to work too good. You're supposed to strap the controller to your leg. Honestly, you can do it without strapping it to your leg. I didn't really enjoy it either way, but I thought I should include it because it is a different type of game that we're not going to see on the rest of the list. Number 10, Iron Rails. Pretty fun game. It's a simple shooter. It's not really complicated, but it does get difficult. It's arcade style, so you're going to have more and more bad guys that you've got to shoot with your 2 revolvers. Apparently, if you get to 100,000 points, you can get the golden gun, and then beyond that, it appears to be a deagle that you'll be able to get once you start breaking records on the game. Number 11, Flap Frenzy. This was almost like another type of Flappy Bird game. The flapping of your wings and flying is actually kind of complex, and I ended up playing this one for longer than I should have. I really did. I like the old school VR graphics. Not a lot of people are a fan of that, but I really enjoy it. It's very simple. You just go in circles and just try to see how many times you can go through the rings, but you do it by flapping your arms. Another great kids game. Number 12, shifting gears here, F60. This game really messes with your head. Basically, you're stuck in a little room and you're doing your best to get out of it. You're like in a, I'm not sure if it's an insane asylum or what, but you have voices constantly whispering in your head.
A grimy landscape. This be fun.
You're looking for clues and trying to figure stuff out. And while I'm sitting there looking at these numbers, trying to get into this safe, it's really jacking with my head. The person whispering stuff in my ear is messing with me. Then there's a guard outside trying to catch you.
Hey, you have 5 seconds to get back to bed.
As simple as it is, it's quite the thriller. I would definitely recommend checking it out. Number 13, Asteroid Storm. Very simple game, just like a little arcade space shooter. If you don't have any shooters or flight games, if somebody comes over and just wants to check that kind of thing out, it'd be a fun thing to put on. It doesn't have the greatest mechanics in the world, but it reminds me of simple versions of older games I used to play, like on the Sega 32X and things like that. Number 14 is Archery Dungeon, which is fun and simple. You get a little tired, it kind of gets repetitive with all the waves coming in of orcs that you shoot, and the enemies do change, but you go through a lot of orcs before you start seeing different kinds. You can purchase new bows. There are headshots are rewarded. Kind of has a Halo style, double kill thing going on.
Double kill. Headshot.
Overall, I enjoyed that game, and I played it for quite a while, until pretty much I couldn't hold my arms up. Number 15, Jumpy Balls. This game was awesome. This is a simple puzzle game, and it's like these phone games that you kind of get addicted to, and you find yourself playing over and over and over, trying to figure out the best way to win. I really enjoyed this game, and I definitely see myself going back to that one probably this afternoon. Number 16, World Demolisher. To dumb the game down a bit, you basically just kind of ping-pong the ball back and forth, but it has all sorts of upgrades. It's got a cute little, like, aliens attacking the world thing going on, and I really enjoyed that one. I'll probably be playing that one again, too. Number 17, Dead Secret Circle Web. This one was kind of trippy. It was like a murder mystery, and I didn't get very far in it, but it was pretty good. It starts off with a mild jump scare situation, and then you start having to kind of get clues, I guess, to find a mass murderer. Like I said, I didn't play it super far, but I was pretty interested. It's the kind of thing that can definitely keep you occupied for a while. It's also a nice change of pace from some of the other types of games I play. Number 18, Pan Studio VR. All I could see that this game does is you play the steel drums, and you can change the scenery, and you can choose whether the notes show or they don't. It was pretty fun. I mean, I didn't spend much time in it. I think it would probably be something I would definitely show a guest or show somebody that hasn't done VR before, kind of something simple to not make them dizzy or anything. But it was pretty neat just trying to come up with little songs. Number 19, Getaway Car. This game is super simple. Not a lot of complexity to it like some of the other games. But basically, you just get in the car that's full of money, and you see how long you can make it before you get caught. The graphics are low, there's not a lot of controls, but I think for a kid, it would be fun for them to sit there, drive a car, and try to see how far they could get. Last but not least, a game of mini games, XR Beeb. I really enjoyed this game because it basically puts you like on an old Commodore 64 and gives you, for lack of a better term, clones of games like Pac-Man, Galaxian, Dig Dug, Frogger. That I could spend so much time on that one alone. They're not exact copies. They're, like I said, kind of like clones, but they were a lot of fun. I'll definitely be going back to that one. Like and subscribe for more VR content.